Good morning, everyone. Welcome back here. Luke with Premium Aquatics and the tank. And as always, hopefully you guys are having a great week and enjoying this wonderful weather here in winter. It's beautiful out here. Cold, then warm, cold and warm. It's crazy. Hopefully everyone's having a great time though. Without further ado, let's go ahead, jump right into it. We're looking at the Aquatics Radion. Gonna make an adjustment. Let's go, guys. Alright guys, so today we are making a small upgrade to the Aquatics Radion XR15 that I have. And most of you already know about it, have heard about it, but I'm going to take a look at it finally because it's been a while since I've done anything with the lighting. And I've had this for a while, but just haven't had a chance to put it on. And that is the Diffuser. That's right, this is going to go on the bottom of the Radion and it's going to disperse the light a little bit better and more evenly throughout that entire puck that's in there. Now, why do we want to do this? Is it going to hinder anything? What are we looking at? So you probably will lose some intensity, some power with the unit and putting it on because it is meant to diffuse the light and evenly spread the light. So the spectrum is going to get a lot nicer because everything's going to spread out very evenly, help mix that coloration so you don't see any spot lighting with your LED, depending on what your channels are doing. So it'll help diffuse that and make it a very even spread. The caveat is you are going to probably take away some of the power. However, most of us are not running our LEDs at 100% anyways. So how do we combat that? Turn your intensity up a little bit. If you do find that you're losing more in your par or more than what you would want to, simply go into your settings, increase that intensity on your channels, and most likely you're going to combat that very easily. I know for me, I'm definitely nowhere near running 100%, especially with a small 12-inch system like I have. So you can just up that to counterbalance it and find the perfect balance between the two. So literally, this is as simple as it gets. Take off our little top card and we get a knife because it's sealed. So after gnawing the package open, we're going to take it out. So this is really all there is to it. It's a basically a sheet of plastic here that's going to help diffuse the light. Now I just realized that I goofed and this is for an older series. So it's not going to be able to attach to my Radion without a little bit of DIY by me, which will be fine. It'll be easy to fix, but this is technically for an older model. And what you would do is you've got this white plate here that on a G4 you have 4 screws in here that you're going to take out this bottom plate. This would go into it, screw it back on, and then you would attach the diffuser. Makes it look really nice. This white little line here is going to be hidden, so that's not noticeable. And then essentially you just put that on there and it's going to diffuse the light. Really simple. So I'll have to do some modifications to this one to make so it fits with mine, basically by putting little magnets in the corners here, and it'll just magnet up to it. But basically this is going to be a fantastic way to help diffuse that spectrum, make it very, very even across technically the tank. If I had another XR15, we'd put it on here and we would just get a really nice spread all across the tank. If you're one that doesn't like the shimmers as much, it would help a little bit with that because it'll get diffused into this sheet as well. It's a little bit hard to tell the difference of it diffusing the spectrum because unless you have very specific points of reds and greens and different spectrums that you're using that you can tell. For my system, a little bit harder, especially because I don't put them up super significant. So it might be a little bit harder to tell that with my tank and what I'm about to show you. So I'll bring you up here, you can take a look, you can see on the sand especially where it's really shimmering, very, very hard, especially with the current that I do have moving around here on the top, and then how this actually really diffuses and takes care of those really intense shimmers. And if that's something that you don't like, then this is definitely an option to look at. So let me pull you up here real quick. Okay, so I pulled you in close. Hopefully you can see kind of right here I have some really high points of shimmer that just really hit hard, and I think that's really when my Tunzi starts to kick in on a higher power. It really shakes the water up top and really throws in a hard shimmer down there. If that's something you definitely don't like, then this would be, you know, definitely a good option. So here it is still without. And let's go ahead and kick it on. And we are now on. And I think you can tell there, I mean, you can see it still get a little bit of shimmer, but not nearly to the extent of what we used to be at. I'll take it off here. And there you can see those high points again. It just really cuts it down quite a bit, which is actually pretty impressive. So if a shimmer is definitely not your thing, or you want it just a small muted amount, this is a good option for you here. So now to deal with the color and what you see on like the rock work, the sand, that sort of thing. I don't see it as much in this system, and I don't have that much in the way of coral, so it's a little bit harder to tell with the diffusing of the light, in my opinion, as to someone that has a ton of SPS, LPS, things that really strike in the corals. I think you would probably tell a little bit easier. So here it is with it off, and then here it will be with it on. So I don't see a ton. You definitely see that it diffuses some of the light, but the color balance is a little bit harder, again, for my system. So I'll try this out for a while. I'll have to do some DIYing to get this fitted up to my XR15, but that'll be super simple to do. But make sure you check that out before you go and purchase one. Just make sure you have the right model according to your Radion, so you don't do what I did. But if you're someone that likes to, or would like to diffuse that shimmering and that spectrum and make it just a little bit more even under the light, I would definitely recommend going and checking it out. It's a great, cheap way to do it. And you know, I like shimmer, but I don't like to where it goes so heavy that you can see the red and green kind of flicker in and out, and it makes it just look a little bit too off. So this will really help with those high points that I don't personally care for, and it'll take care of them, but still give me some shimmer and give you that, just that really cool, beautiful look. But excited to get this on. That's going to be it. Super simple XR15 diffuser. There is an XR30. I'll put the link for both in the description below. Go check them out if you haven't already. Make sure to like and share. Hit that bell for notifications so you stay the most up to date on this system as well as the other videos we put out. We appreciate you so much from here at Premium Aquatics. Have a great, happy, and safe Christmas, and we'll see you in a few short weeks. Peace, guys.